Okay, morning. There's my winds. It's kind of hard to see when I'm looking straight up the flagpole. That's what I'm faced with today. It's just I don't know how I'm going to fly. Valiant, first flight of the Valiant today. Well, that was a dangerous crosswind takeoff. It's kind of misting a little bit. I just chickened off of that because I figured I'd put it right on top of the car probably.
Time to stop.
Let's just glide.
Time to stop.
You can't say it flies at a scale speed because it's not a scale plane, I guess, but she didn't make the rotation yesterday. Because if I fly this before I fly my Tundra, I can't fly the Tundra worth a darn. This thing just flies so smooth. And it's a P&P model, non-gyro,
Time remaining 7.
a little lemon DMSX, a little cheap one.
Time to stop.
Nothing against ASX, I just didn't want ASX in this.
Time to stop. Time to stop.
I think the ASX is great. It allows you to fly in winds, it gives you confidence, and with confidence you can do anything. Once you know what right is.
Time to stop.
Once you feel right on the sticks, it makes it easy to do other things with other planes. So ends the commercial. Yeah, I'm fighting pretty cold temperatures here this morning. It was 64 degrees on the hauler when I
Time to stop.
shut the motor off to start flying. One thing I don't know is, like, if I were to stall from that altitude, if it had enough power to pull out. Yeah, I'm saying it would.
Time to stop.
And that is just with one of my old hobby people, one of those old 995 hobby people 20C batteries that's 5 years old. About the only way I've gotten rid of them
Time to stop.
is if I crashed and dinged up the battery so bad I didn't want to risk it.
Time to stop.
Or left it in the plane. I used to do that. Forget to disconnect the battery when I first started. I'd get excited. Or usually the last flight was a crash and I'd be mad and leave the battery in. Slow roll and lazy roll. Yesterday we were flying, we had gust of 22. I was flying the Tundra and the QK Extra. Again,
Time remaining 5 minutes.
kind of a slow knife edge circle there. Flies in very nice. A little bit of pressure, not much. That wasn't quite full speed.
Time to stop. Time to start.
Interesting loop. rolling over on the loop with the rudder.
Timer stop. Timer start.
Yeah, I think this would be a good plane. I don't know if I'd want to learn.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Yeah, I suppose you could learn on this. It has pretty good landing gear. I don't know. I've always kind of been a Super Cub fan, or The Apprentices.
Timer stop.
The Apprentices are what I recommend for people if I'm teaching. I've got an apprentice with Safe, and that's what I'll use. Safe's good. It just kind of prevents you from
Timer stop.
over controlling, because that's what's hard for new people to learn, is they don't realize just how little the movements are on the sticks. See if I can clear the asphalt and land on the pavement.
Timer start. Timer stop.
And not hit the car or the other planes. Wouldn't be the first plane I put in the car. Landed in the trunk. Nice slow roll.
Landing flaps. Timer stop.
And that thing is just, it comes in a lot.
Timer start.
It has a
Time remaining 3 minutes.
lot more glide than like the Tundra on the same power approach. Nice loopy full flap
Timer
loop.
stop.
There we go. Try to scrub off some speed. Throttle, 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 throttle. Ah! I didn't get out of the way there. Not too fast on my feet this morning. It's time to do an Olay, but I did an Owie. Flying over your head is always nice. I don't know how many planes I've whacked into the ground over my head.
Timer stop.
Alright, try another Olay.
Landing flaps.
Man, see, it's just gliding in.
Timer start. Cruise mode.
I think it's got a nice glide ratio. Man, if this flies like the big one, I imagine that's the first time I think they've used the foam plane to sell the big plane.
Landing flaps. Time remaining 2 minutes. Timer stop.
Because I watched some videos of the big one, man, it flies nice, it looks like. Touch the tail wheel down right there. There we go. That was a nice Olay.
Timer start. Timer
That's funny. You think, oh, I can move out at the last minute, and then it's like the mind and the body is too slow to react. I guess that's why athletes retire. Is the lag from the body to the reaction. A little crooked stuff. Ooh.
Timer stop. Timer start.
Try full power from there. You need a little bit of airspace, I think, if you were to stall it right off the deck to pull out. But it'll fly. If you can produce lift, it'll fly out. But I think if you're just relying on power,
Timer stop.
depends on how much down.
Landing flaps.
Depends on how fast you're going down before it gets the mast turned around just off the prop. There the wheel just touched. I love landing like that.
Cruise mode. Takeoff flaps.
I haven't even tried taking off on takeoff flaps. I mainly set those for flying around when I want to fly around slow. Like that. This thing doesn't really need any flaps just to fly around slow.
Time remaining 1 minute.
See if I can come off the throttle. That's when you're flying slow like that, if the winds pick up, you gotta be ready to give it a little goose on the juice. I've stalled a lot of planes flying just like this.
Landing flaps.
And I was holding elevator pressure, but I was using throttle to drop the last bit before the wheels hit, then let it roll out. And all my flaps, I keep them right here on the switch, the B switch.
Takeoff flaps.
And
Cruise mode.
up flaps is down because like when things are going badly, it's a lot easier to just bang that B switch down to get, you know, your flaps up so that you can have more lift and power.
Landing flaps.
So
Cruise mode.
that's why I have it like that, because I have a tendency to do slow stuff, stupid stuff close to the ground. There you go, first flight of the Valiant. Today, it won't be the last probably. It looks like if the weather's lifting up, gonna have to dig out the glasses. Let's see. One other thing that I noticed right off the bat, because when I put it in my rack in the garage, I noticed that where they little foam that they used right here is pretty fragile, because you know my hands would push into it when I was putting it on the racks. Get this set up just right. There we go. But you know, so this morning when I was pulling it off the racks, I grabbed right there and pushed in, but you know I got the piece. So I'm just gonna foam tack, FOAM tack it back in. There's where I had the battery on that flight. Sometimes I move it back, sometimes I move it forward, but